Hey folks, and welcome back to Ahad's Automotive, where we'll be taking a look at my top 5 cars from 2020. In no particular order, that is. So, let's get started. So, starting off the list, the first car is the Tata Altroz. Now, this is Tata's first premium hatchback, or should I say, a proper premium hatchback. Because before the Altroz, the other hatchback that Tata sold was the Tata Bolt. And we all know how that did. So, why is the Altroz in my list? Let's start off. It's got solid build quality, looks brilliant, has brilliant interiors that are very well finished, very well equipped for any variant, a brilliant audio system, nice, very well spaced cabin, brilliantly priced, and the star highlight is the 5-star crash rating it got from the global NCAP. Now, the only thing that was lacking in the Altroz was its petrol engine, but there is a turbo petrol variant launching on Jan 13th. So this is the reason why the Altroz is in my top 5 list for 2020. It is a proper premium hatchback from Tata after a very long time. Next up on the list is the Volkswagen T-Roc. Boy, did I love reviewing this car. So, let's start off. Why is it on the list? The classy design being the first one. I absolutely love the way this car looks. The clean lines, the sharp headlamps. This car is going to age beautifully. It's got outstanding build quality outside as well as inside, and that was one of the main reasons why I was not surprised when it got a 5-star crash rating from the GNCAP. What did surprise me though was the pricing. Being a CBU, I did expect it to be a bit pricier, but at 19.99 lakhs ex-showroom, it was fairly reasonable. Now, the one thing that attracts me towards the T-Roc is the nicheness of the car, its uniqueness, and I absolutely love that. And that is the reason why it's on this list of my top 5 cars for 2020. Up next on the list is the Mahindra Thar. Now, as someone who owns the Gen 1 Thar and got to drive the brand new 2020 Thar, here's a reason why it's in my list. The first being it's a proper evolution of the Generation 1 Thar. Whatever was the drawback of the Generation 1, the major ones have all been addressed in the 2021. So, you got the tough build quality, it's much more user friendly, it's got a 4-star crash rating, which was not expected but still very well done, Mahindra. The only thing that holds you back from buying a Thar is that it is not your everyday car. It is something that you take out on the weekends to have fun. But even with that being said, for me, the Mahindra Thar is the ultimate car that you buy with your heart. Next up on the list is the Tata Nexon EV. Now, I did get to drive the Nexon EV back when it launched but couldn't film it. But I will be having a review on my channel soon. So, why is it on my list? Brilliant price, that's 13.99 lakhs starting ex-showroom. Extremely fun to drive. Low running costs for an electric vehicle. And the fact that it is a proper city car. It's not like one of those other electric cars that we saw with an extremely low range. In the city, driven like a normal car, it gives you an average of 300 kilometers per charge. How brilliant is that? And the car gets over-the-air updates to improve its efficiency as the years go by. So, this is the reason why it is here. It is the future, and I'm looking forward to it. And now on to the last car on the list, the 2020 Hyundai i20. A car that I was personally looking forward to the most last year. So why is it on my list? Let's start off with the design. I absolutely love the way this car looks, and it comes in some brilliant colors. It's got great build quality inside and out. The interiors are well spaced and very well equipped. It's got brilliant powertrain options, especially the 1 liter turbo petrol unit, and it does have the connected car technology, which is fantastic to have. Now, it is a bit expensive, but then I feel like you're paying for what you get, and I feel like I'm not the only one who thinks that, because the i20 gained 20,000 bookings in just 20 days. And I feel Hyundai can't get it wrong anymore, especially with the i20. It's a brilliant car. So there you have it, folks. Those are my top 5 cars from 2020. I'm really glad to see 2 Tata cars make it to the list, and I'm really hoping they're up their game and maybe even have 3 cars when I do this video next year. Now, if you've seen my videos, the recent ones, you would have seen that I do something called 5 things that I like and dislike. So I thought, why not take the whole automotive industry in 2020 and find out what I liked and disliked. So let's start off with the dislike. What did I dislike the most in 2020? And it is Honda India's attempt at the Indian car market. They only had one proper brand new launch, and that's the 5th Gen City. Now, taking Honda India's portfolio in India, you have the Jazz, the WRV, the Amaze, the 4th Gen City, and the 5th Gen City, and no SUVs. In a market like India, which is primarily SUV driven, they have no SUVs to offer. And if you want to know the importance of having an SUV in your lineup, just look at Kia, which only has SUVs. So it's not that Honda doesn't have the power or the ability to produce SUVs, it's just that they're plain lazy to do so. And that's frankly what I dislike the most in them. Now, coming to what I liked the most in 2020, this was surprising to me as well. And it is Nissan launching the Magnite in India. When the year started out, Nissan had 2 products on offer in the Indian market, the Nissan Kicks and the Nissan GTR, which, let's just say, are 2 completely different ends of the car market. So when the Magnite was launched, I was a bit apprehensive about how it would be. Now, it starts at 4.99 lakhs ex-showroom, and even the top most variant, that is the turbo petrol automatic, costs less than the turbo petrol automatic of the Hyundai i20. I got to check out the car, check out its feature, drive it a bit, and I was floored. Nissan has a winner on its hands. And it's just not me. 32,800 people agree with me, because that's the amount of people who have booked the Magnite in just a month. I'm really liking the fact that Nissan pulled this out and they've got a success on their hand. Now, I hope this is just the start and Nissan has more brilliant products for us. So that was my take on the 2020 year in the automotive world. So, what do you guys think about the video? If you do like the video, please hit the like button and please do consider subscribing to my channel, as it helps me out a lot. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, drive safe, and wear your seatbelt.